How's it going, guys? It's Eclipse here, and today we've got all of the information you need to know about World of Tanks console after the new season of Winter Warriors. So yesterday's video went over all of the stuff that we knew previous, just so that you guys knew what kind of things were coming into the game, and also to just direct you to a couple of other videos related to the tanks that we know would be coming in. So first things first is we'll look at the season pass and how long the season actually lasts, and that's from the 26th of January until the 9th of March. Obviously it's out now, so if you go on your console you'll be able to actually download the update, and then you'll get to access this new content. So what comes as part of this new content? Obviously we've got another season pass, and you'll be able to pick up some free tier 8 premium tanks in the form of the King Tiger if you reach level 100 for free. Is it worth buying the battle pass? I would 100% definitely recommend getting it, just because the season pass is 2,000 gold. It's about £10 and probably like $13 or something like that in America. So you get your gold back, so you purchase it one time and then you'll get your money back. For that £10 or $13, you'll get a tier 10 premium tank, you'll get a tier 9 premium tank, and you'll also pick up the tier 8 premium tank that you would have got for free. You'll also get a load of key cards, so I believe you get one of each, so you get the lowest level, then the mid level, and then the high level, and you've got a chance of getting premium tanks in those. So not only do you get the premium tanks, but since each key card is 10% chance of getting a premium tank, you've got a 30% chance overall to get another additional premium tank separate to that in the season pass. So that's actually really fantastic in terms of getting some more premium tanks and getting more gold. I think last season when I purchased the Battle Pass, I had maybe 400 gold left over, and then I ended the season with something like 8,000. And that's just because I did get a premium tank that I already had, which gave me some gold. But I did also, if we remove that, probably make about 4,000 to 5,000 gold extra on top of everything else that I received, just because of the key cards and also some premium tanks. And I did actually receive some premium tanks as well, additionally. So what is in this season pass? You'll be able to pick up the Soviet Tier 9 Object 777 version 2. This is the Tier 9 heavy tank from the Russian line. It's really good actually in game, and it will be something definitely to keep your eyes out. And if you want to pick up one for the price of £10, as long as you play the game enough to be able to get to level 100, which is fairly easy. I mean, I usually get there within 2 weeks of the game being like the season being released, and I think the season lasts for 6 weeks. So even if you're a casual player, you'll pretty much get to level 100 really easily. Obviously, if you're better at the game, you'll be able to get the challenges completed quicker, and therefore, you'll speed up your progress towards level 100. But if you just play a lot, I think it's every 5 games, or maybe 6 or 7, you'll be able to get 1 point. And I think, you'll be able to increase a level, because if you get 1,500 XP, you actually get 1 point. And then you need 5 points to go up a level. So if you just continuously play without the challenges, you'll be able to get to level 100. I want to also note that if you buy the season pass after you've reached, let's say, level 100, you will actually get access to everything you've already completed. So when you buy it, you'll be able to play one game, and then when you come out of the game, you'll be rewarded with everything that you've missed out on, if that makes sense, from not having the battle pass up to that point. So yeah, you can purchase it after the fact of going through the levels. The ultimate pass of the season pass is something I would never recommend. Basically what they give you is the Barask, the tier 8 premium medium tank from France, and they give you an extra 25 levels already completed. So you can buy the Barask for about 7,950 gold on its own. The battle pass is 2,000 gold, so that's costing you 9,700. or 9,950 even. If you buy the Ultimate Pass, it's 12,000 gold, I believe. So you're paying an extra 2,000 gold just to get those 25 levels, and it's not really worth it unless you really want to push your way to get to the top tier tanks straight away. But 25 levels is not very long time to be able to grind that out. So we'll basically go over what you can expect to receive in this season pass, and that is from levels 1 to 25 you'll basically get silver and medkits, consumables, that sort of thing. A couple of silver boosts, which is nice for grinding out some silver in your tier 8 premiums. For free you tend to get just a few rewards over the course of it. You get a few days of premium and gold if you've got the season pass, which is where you make your gold back basically, because as you can see you get 170 gold and then another 100 gold, and then over the course of the 100 levels you actually pick up quite a lot. And that's not including these cards that you get as part of this, and that's what makes up the majority of your gold. I mean, you do get 2,000 just in the drops of gold that you can pick up, and then the additional Tanksmas, or not Tanksmas anymore, but the keycards will give you extra gold, and we'll go through exactly what you can pick up in those keycards in a little bit. So here you go. At level 55, this is kind of the where it starts picking up. You don't really get much before that. You'll get XP boosters, silver, emblem vouchers, customization vouchers, and silver, and that's, it's all pretty standard stuff, nothing to really talk about. But at level 55, after you've earned 275 points, you'll receive this confidential key card, and that'll get you quite a few different things. You've probably picked up quite a lot of premium time if you've already got the thingy, so you can keep your premium time topped up if you've bought a year's worth. And also with the medkits and stuff, it's going to save you a lot of silver overall eventually throughout the whole season pass. Obviously getting more gold, and then at level 70, another notable one where you'll get a classified key card. This is the middle key card. You can get a mixture of mainly tier 6s and 8s premium tanks, and that's a 10% chance to get those, but we'll go through the exact rates in a second again. At level 75, this is where you get your first premium tank, and that is in the form of the Object 777 version 2. And a garage slot, obviously. So yeah, that's the first premium tier 9 tank that you'll get as part of the season pass at level 75. Obviously you have to actually purchase the season pass to get that one, but you do, however, get a confidential key card if you're just a free to play player and you haven't purchased it. If you have the season pass, you'll also receive the key card, so you'll get both rewards, as you can see on screen. Say here, you'll get the medkit and the 50,000 silver at the same time. And then the final 24 levels is basically just a mixture of all of the previous, and then at level 90 you'll get the best key card possible, and that basically has a mixture of tier 7 and tier 8 premiums that you can pick up. Yeah, again, we'll go through that in a second. And then at level 100 is the next big step, and that is you will receive the King Tiger, the tier 8 German heavy tank, and the tier 10 M48A2, T54 E2, and a garage slot if you've got the season pass. So that is what you'll kind of get. I have got a guide as to what the tanks are like in game. That's in my previous video that I'll link at the end of this one on the little card that pops up at the end of the video. So if you want to check those out, definitely go to the end of the video, or just wait until the video ends to have a look at that. And then obviously you can buy season level skips. I would never ever recommend spending 250 gold to go up one level, considering you can play about 6 games, 6 or 7 to be able to go up one level. It's costing you probably 50 gold per game. so you'll save 50 gold a game. Over the course of 100 games, that's quite a lot of gold. So yeah, I would never recommend paying gold unless you just aren't going to be able to get the tank in time for the season end, in which case, paying an extra 1,000 to go from level 96 to level 100 to get the 2 premium tanks might be worth it. But other than that, I would definitely not recommend ever spending gold to skip the levels. And the Winter Warrior challenges work the same as previous, and that is that if you've got the standard season pass where you've not paid for anything, you'll get a list of challenges to complete. I think you get 3 challenges per week, and they give you between 15 and 17 points for completing them. They're quite usually damage dependent, or spotting or tracking assistance and stuff like that. Damage enemies, consecutively hit 5 shots in 50 games or something like that, and therefore you boost your progress on the season pass. If you buy the season pass, like the actual standard one or the ultimate pass, you'll unlock more challenges. So I think you get something like 8, an extra 5 more than if you don't get any at all. And so it's just another reason to basically get yourself the season pass for 2,000 gold. I would 100% recommend it. If you're going to spend any money on this game, then definitely spending it on that is a good option. So yeah, you get your money back in gold, which is, self-sustaining if you get to level 100 every season. If you're not likely to do that, then don't spend any money, and don't feel like you have to spend money in order to play this game, because you really don't. It just benefits you, basically. So what are we going to go over now? We'll check over the keycards to actually see what you can get in them. And the first one we'll look at, obviously, is the confidential keycard. You'll get the ability to get one of 15 powerful premium tanks from tiers 3 to 8. You'll get up to 400 gold, so that's the max you can get from it, and this is leading on to that whole thing about getting extra gold on top of the gold from the season pass in these keycards. So, if you don't get a premium tank from them, you get the gold as well, so that's pretty good in my eyes. You just basically pays for any little changes that you have, and if you want to swap crews, etc. So, for the premium tank, you'll get a 10% chance, a 5% chance to get an additional key card. So you could open this, get some gold, and then it could also reward you another key card, which could be a higher tier one. So that's actually really nice to have that chance. But I would never recommend buying key cards, I'm not going to lie. Unless you don't mind not knowing what premium tank you're going to get, I would always suggest actually buying the tank that you want, rather than hoping to get the tank in the kind of casino kind of way. So none of these are particularly amazing in my eyes. There are 2 that really stand out though, and that is the Aufklärungs Panzerpanther. That's a really nice light tank, tier 7, and the T-34-88, which is also a really nice tank as well. The 59 pattern, if we have a look, is the Chinese kind of medium tank, really pretty much rubbish, I'm not going to lie to you. Wouldn't ever really recommend buying that. It's just been left behind by the nerfs, by the game, as premiums have got better over time. A T-92 is, I guess, a nice tank to get. I wouldn't ever really buy it myself, but for a tier 8 light tank, it might be fun to play. It has a high rate of fire, which I always like on tanks, just because I feel like I can have a bit more of an impact, and where you're shooting makes more of a difference in terms of tracking and stuff like that. But those are what you'll get in those. If we move on though, we will check out the next set of cards, and that is the classified key card. So what do you get in this? It has the same chances of everything, except you can get up to 1,025 gold from this key card. You do get a set amount, and I believe that the minimum gold you'll get from one of these is 275. So you will always get 275 gold when you purchase this. And then you've got an extra chance of getting more, so up to 750 extra. The premium tank chance, 10%, and the second keycard is also 5%. There's a lot better tanks in this kind of matchup for what you can actually get from these cards. Obviously, that's where the price jump kind of comes from in these cards, and that is number one being the captured KV1, which in my eyes is pretty broken. For a tier 5, it just has a ridiculous fire rate. I remember getting my I think 12th kill nicked from a captured KV1 at the end of a game in my Comet, where I was just getting out DPM'd right at the end, and it really annoyed me. Would have been a collar ban as well, but we'll move away from that. The Panzer KPFW T25, if you've already got that from, I believe it's like the Ultimate Game Pass bundle type thing that you can get some tanks from. You already have that, and you'll get the silver, and that's the same for any of these. If you already have the tank, you'll receive its gold, basically, which is really nice. So say if you had the Kanonen Jagdpanzer 105 then, and you got it again in one of these keycards, you'll receive the full gold value of the tank. So that's where you can really make a lot of gold. And if you've got a lot of premium tanks, then opening these is going to generate you a lot more gold in the long run than buying the gold on its own, in my opinion. I would never suggest just spending loads of money on gold to get these, but if you're going to want to spend a little bit of money to help the game out, then keycards are a fun way to do it, but definitely don't get addicted to them. You get the Absolution, pretty broken. The Excalibur, that's a nice little tank. I featured it not long ago with its broken camo rating. Boilermaker, pretty average. It's just like another Sherman. It's British version, that one though. The Cromwell Snakebite, that's the light tank Cromwell, really fast. That'll be a fun one to play. The Object 244, that's got 180 alpha damage, and it's like a heavy medium from the Russian line at tier 6. And then the Lycan, which is, in my opinion, broken. I'm not going to lie, the autoloader on that and the clip potential, I think, of 840 is really, really annoying, considering how fast it goes too. The Inferno, that's a decent tank, got spaced armour, so you can pull off ridiculous bounces. And then the Vanguard ELC Even 90, which I love to play. It's such a nice tank, and it kind of can be a little derpy thing that you mess about in. And then the Kanonen Jagdpanzer 105. So yeah, that's a pretty decent keycard. Obviously, you can get quite a lot of different things in it. And that's what I always like grinding the Season Pass for. Not necessarily the actual tanks that you receive from the Season Pass, but these keycards are always nice to get for just playing the game. Top Secret Keycard is the next one, and this is obviously the best one. You can get a lot of premium tanks from this, from tiers 7 to 8, so there's no chance of you getting like a really rubbish tier 3 one from this. You can get up to 2,100 gold, which is really nice, and since you get one of these, you do have a chance at getting that. All of the chances are the exact same in terms of the premium tank and the getting another key card from it. You just get more gold up to 2,100. Which I did mention. You will get a minimum of 425 gold, which is really nice. And a lot of the time you'll get days of premium, silver boosters and extra little things. But if you do get lucky and get some premium tanks, the list is on screen right now. I won't go through every tank, but I will pick out some really nice ones that you might want to actually think about, or might want to hope to get, and that is the Object 252U, if you haven't already got it, which is here. You've got the HMH AMX M4 MLE, the Tiger 1 Hammer, the IS-2M, we've got things like the AMX Chaffee, which is a fun little one, the Kruppstader Waffenträger, and a variety of different other ones, the T-32A prototype, there's just a few different ones that you might want. And obviously the same rule applies. If you've already got the tank, you'll receive the gold value refunded to your World of Tanks account if you already own it. So that's really nice. So yeah, that's all of the key cards and what you can expect to get from them if you do manage to get them. And then the final thing is just going over what the season will basically have this week going on and what you can expect. Over the course of this season, there will be an anniversary event where you can pick up more free premium tanks. I don't know what those will be yet, but I will cover that later on. So if you want to subscribe to stay tuned to know what that sort of thing is, then definitely do that. Yet again, it just tells you that seasons from the 26th of January to the 9th of March. The key cards are in from the 26th of January to the 23rd of February, but every time that they go out, they pretty much come back in with different drop tables. So yeah, I wouldn't really focus on paying loads for the key cards. And then we have got the On Track to the Centurion Action X event, which is going on for 2 weeks, and you'll be able to basically get 25% extra XP and silver discounts of 30% on tier 7s and above, and 50% on tier 3s, I believe, now to tier 5 or 6. We've got the +1/-1 matchmaking back in for a 1 week, which is nice for those of you that like it. If you don't, unfortunately, we do have that. So yeah, you might want to stay off the game for a week if you really hate it. But I think overall most people do enjoy the +1/-1. And then we have got this 50% savings on all consumables, which is a way for them to combat this whole silver drain that everyone's talking about recently. Personally, I haven't seen it as much recently, but that's only because of this saving on consumables. I do think that sometimes if you're playing with your meta tanks and you're spending money on the game, the fact that you're losing so much silver, I mean, I've lost 100,000 silver and I didn't even fire premium in some games, depending on if you're in a tier 10, if you get, one shot by Artie, and you haven't done any damage, it costs you a load, especially with the consumables. So if you're running full consumables, you do lose a lot of silver really quickly, and if you're grinding tanks and having to pay for modules, it really has been awful. And so I've basically been playing premium tanks, which has probably altered my perspective on the whole silver drain, because obviously I'm still making money, but I can see it when I play my non-premium tanks and just getting rinsed of all of the silver on my account. You do get a 400% XP first win bonus now for this weekend. This weekend coming up, on the 29th of January to the 1st of February. And that'll be nice, basically 4 times XP for your first win. I do miss when they actually just used to give you the, ×2 for the whole weekend. That was always nice, but I do see why they don't just do that now. What else? We have got the bundles. We'll cover these a bit more in detail than the ones you can get out of the key cards. And the first one, I think this is probably the best one I've seen in a long time in terms of picking up a bundle. I've not got any of these tanks, which is really unfortunate. I really want to actually pick up this bundle myself, but I probably won't, just because I don't have the gold to do that. And this one has the Iron Rain, the Borsig. That's the auto-loading Borsig with the 15 centimeter, I think. It doesn't have the 15. It's got the 500 alpha damage gun or something similar. So, that's pretty broken. And then obviously the one everyone hates is the Rheinmetall Scorpion G at tier 8. Another tank destroyer from the German line. Yeah, really broken. So fast. Got a really great gun. Definitely one I really want. And then we've got the Shashka Su-130PM. That's the Russian version of the Scorpion G pretty much, and similarly just as broken. And then we've got the other German Tier 7 in the form of the E25, which is another really annoying tank to play against just because of its camo and concealment and stuff like that, and the fact that you just always get outspotted by it. If it's in a bush, like you'll never spot it before it spots you. So yeah, definitely one I would pick up if you hadn't got any of them before. And I do want to note yet again, if you buy the bundle and you already have one of the tanks, you'll get refunded the gold cost of the tank that you have. But you do have to have the full amount of gold to be able to purchase the bundle, and then you'll get refunded the money instead of you just being able to purchase it for less. That's just a way of Wargaming basically forcing you to pay more to get the gold on your account to be able to buy it for a less amount. So you still might have to spend money to be able to get it, even though it doesn't cost you that much. Then we've got Frontline Charges. This is one that you might want to think about. You've got the T-54E2. That's quite a nice tank. The Kirovets 1 and the HMH AMX M4 MLE. Two of these I kind of really like the look of. The Kirovets not so much. It's just basically another premium IS-3, and you know, it doesn't have a pike. It's kind of like a Chinese like 113 look in terms of the hull of it, but yeah, it's pretty average. Nothing I'd write home about, but yeah. And then the other two quite nice. The T-54 very similar to the one that we actually have. And then the Speed Spotters, these are a nice bundle if you want to pick them up. I've got the Vanguard, that's the EOC Even 90, that's a really nice one, like I said, and the Aguila HWK 30, it's another nice light tank, quite big though, and then the LT432, which is the Russian light tank, and that's really nice to play. And the final one is the Ready for Anything. This is probably my least favourite one to pick up, if I'm being honest. You do get the medium tank in the form of the Russian TL1 LPC. You know, I'm not that much of a fan of any of those. And in fact, it's actually American even. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, I wouldn't pick up this one. This is probably my least favourite. Then it probably goes the Frontline Charges, then the Speed Spotters, and then the best one being the Covering Fire. Yeah, so that's that. If you want to pick up any of them, then go ahead. I would love to get this bundle, but unfortunately I probably won't pick it up. We've got the premium tank sale as well, which is just 30% off any tanks that I mentioned in the bundle, so you can pick them up for 30% instead of the savings that you would get for picking multiple ones up. So if you want any of those tanks, then you can pick them up on their own at a lower discount. And then the last few things are the weekly deals, and that is the 50% off the FE4202P and the Barracuda Emil 51. FE4202, another one that I'd like to pick up. I might do, because I do have the gold on my account to be able to purchase it, but I'm not entirely sure that I'll do it, just because I'd rather save it up for a bundle at some point. And then we've got the Barracuda, which is like an Emil style type thing, auto-loading Swedish tank that's quite nice. And then we've got the update rundown stream. There's one today at 8 o'clock UTC, so that's GMT, and then we've got another one on the 1st of February that will give you a sneak peek as to what the next week has to come, and I'll obviously do a video similar to that. So yeah, that's everything for this week. I did want to note that there are a few things as well that are coming into the game as part of this update that came in today, and that is that you can permanently move your minimap into the bottom right where it used to be, and there's the tank name is actually above the tank that you're looking at as well now, as well as the gamer tag, and there's quite a few different things that you can find out when you play, and that's definitely an improvement. I've really enjoyed this last couple of games that I've played in, and just found it, a bit better than it was before, which is always a good thing. Other than that, that is all of the information I can find in terms of World of Tanks console and this season. I hope I covered everything. I know it was a very long video, but I felt like it was probably worth going through the key cards, telling you exactly whether things I think are worth it from my perspective. Obviously, everyone's different. You might just want to spend money because you enjoy doing it, and that's absolutely fine. I'm never telling anyone you should spend money or you shouldn't, but I just want to let you know what are the best options to pick and that sort of thing. So I hope you guys found this video very informative, and if you want any questions answered, then definitely leave them in the comment section below. Check out some of the other videos about this update. I've got some season tank previews, so that will just show you what's good about them and whether you want to actually pick up the season pass. I hope I went over everything enough to be able to for you to make your mind up as to whether you want the season pass in your account. And I really would like to reiterate that I would never ever recommend buying the ultimate season pass for 11,600 gold ever, just because I don't think it's worth it. You pay more just to skip 25 levels. In my book, not worth it at all. So yeah, that's just the final thing. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I hope that you'll watch some more videos and subscribe if you like this video. I've got a few gameplays that I'll be releasing, and in the upcoming few days. So I hope you guys once again did enjoy, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.